With respect to styling, the VS400 has the Pulsar DNA in its styling with its brute and Street Fighter stance. The headlamp looks like a more chiseled and sharper version of the one found on the Pulsar 200 NS, while the beefy and raked-out forks give the bike a badass attitude. The chiseled fuel tank with massive extensions cries out muscle, whereas the chunky tires and edge-cut alloys enhance the appeal. The floating tail section screams Ducati Diavel, which isn't a bad thing, as the Ducati bike is among the best-looking power cruisers in the market. Powering the Bajaj VS400 will be a 375cc motor displacement motor based on the KTM 390 Duke engine. The liquid-cooled, single-cylinder motor will employ triple spark and DTSI technology to give it the Bajaj Connect. Power output figures weren't given out, but we feel it should be around 40 PS and around 32 Nm of torque. The power plant will be mated to a 6-speed transmission that will be geared to better suit the power cruiser dynamics. Expect brisk acceleration and a top whack around 150 kmph, which should make it the fastest mass-market cruiser offering in India. CBR 250R looks extremely macho and handsome. Its big, edgy Y-shaped headlight resembles too much expensive VFR 1200F. The integrated sporty cowl couldn't have been more aerodynamic. It also houses black-colored rear-view mirrors on it. The front transparent visor adds to the charisma of this bike. Its full-body fairing looks neat and clean with few graphics. The matte black finished alloy wheels and stainless steel silencer goes well with its all-color schemes. The bike features dual-tone colors on it. Its split seat and perfectly sliced fuel tank looks explicit when seen from either side. One can also notice its black-colored split grab rails and stylish tail light at the back. The rear fender of this bike is short and looks cool with its rear fatty tire. The overall designing of this bike is very futuristic, and it certainly looks better than Pulsar 220 and Charisma ZMR. The looks of this bike makes it a tough competitor of Ninja 250R. KTM has launched the updated and BS4 compliant RC200 in India. The company has worked on the 199.5cc, liquid-cooled single-cylinder motor. The power and torque figures remain unchanged. The updated version of the liquid-cooled motor continues to deliver 25 PS of power and 19.2 Nm of torque, same as the previous generation. The 2017 KTM RC200 looks fresh, with a new white-black paint scheme and interesting graphics in orange. However, there are no changes in the design or dimensions of the bike. The bike also gets 12 mm of extra padding on the rider's seat. The RC200 continues with the same cycle parts like 43 mm inverted front forks, rear monoshock, wide 110 section front and 150 section rear tires, 300 mm front and 230 mm rear disc brakes, dual projector headlamp, LED DRLs and tail lamp, etc. Royal Enfield has kept the original design of Thunderbird intact. The bike looks similar to the outgoing model, but there are slight changes which add fresh appeal to this bike. These changes are similar to the new Thunderbird 500. The bike now has a projector lamp in its headlight which lacks visor and front cowl. The naked appearance gets enhanced by the chrome-finished side indicators and instrument console. Thunderbird now comes with a compact front fender which gels well with the multi-spoke rim of this bike. When you move to the side of this bike, you will notice new upgradations like new paint finish for its fuel tank and side panels. The bike also features new split seat with new backrest for the pillion rider. The steel-framed engine is placed below the fuel tank, which gets connected to a long chrome-finished silencer. Royal Enfield has cut down the size of its rear fender and now features a new stylish LED tail light. The chain sprocket of this bike also moves to the right side while it sports a new rear disc brake on the left side. The design and concept of the bike is extremely new for Indians. Yes, we have seen bikes like Yamaha FZ before which also carry the naked looks, but the premium touch and appeal of this bike makes it one of its kinds. Starting from its front, the bike has very slim headlight with no visor. The front mudguard is also short and simple in size, but its big telescopic forks, disc plate and wider tire makes it look macho. The bike has very small body panels. The tank is big and uplifted and sports Duke on it. The rear mudguard is very sporty, and along with its fatty tire, the bike can hold your attention easily. Small tail light is very simple, and its black-colored grab rails and clear lens indicators also complement the overall styling. Royal Enfield Classic 350 looks like a copy of its elder sibling, Classic 500. Apart from color, there is no major difference in these bikes which you can notice at first glance. The bike has body-colored retro-looking front fender which covers its front tire completely. The front forks also gels well with its overall styling, as they are partly chrome finished, which suits its multi-spoke steel rim. Its tiger eye lamps and circular headlight makes it look like bullet, but to differentiate, this bike features a small chrome-finished tiny visor. Apart from this, Classic 350 has familiar orange-colored circular indicators and chrome-finished rear-view mirrors. Classic 350 features a new fuel tank with simple styling and thigh rubber pads. This tank makes this bike look vintage and premium. The bike is offered with two types of seating, which includes solo rider seat with coil springs or with a split seat for pillion rider. Its heavy steel engine is placed below its fuel tank. The bike has body-colored side panels and toolbox. Its long and curvy silencer enhances the visual appeal of this bike. It's heavily chromed and gives a fresh look to this bike. Its full-size rear cowl carries its chromed side indicators and boxy tail light, which gives a compact look to this bike along with its rear broad tire. Yamaha FZ25 is the first high-end entry of the company in the 250cc segment as far as the Indian market is concerned. Also, the Yamaha FZ250 will be a delight for the fans of the FZ series. The elegant yet powerful naked street bike has been launched in India at a price point of Rs. 1,19,500, ex-showroom Delhi. Even at this price, this is one of the most attractive offerings from Yamaha given its high torque and very fuel-efficient engine. Yamaha FZ250 will give a tough competition to the likes of KTM 200 Duke and Apache RTR 200. Also, it is much cheaper than the Bina ET&T 250, which is also a 249cc bike coming at a price of 1 Indian rupee and 80 paise lakhs, ex-showroom Delhi. FZ25 has an advantage of being backed up by a very trusted brand. All-new Yamaha FZ25 is a matured 250cc street commuter bike for the niche segment and for the buyers who don't run after high-end performance. The bike does not disappoint in terms of mileage, as it comes equipped with fuel injection (FI) technology. Bajaj has been working hard from a long time to define what the company thinks of sport biking, and finally a name has arrived for the much-awaited spirit of racing. Race Sport, a totally new name for Indian bike categories, signifies the importance of racing DNA in the new Bajaj Pulsar Rs.200, known as Pulsar 200 SS before official launch in India. The most advanced Pulsar yet, the new Bajaj Pulsar 200 RS is nothing less than a superbike in terms of design. The complicated-looking front of Rs.200 houses projector lamps for increased visibility and style, with an addition of LED eyebrows, which boosts its aggressiveness to a new level. Small yet attractive exhaust adds to its racing appeal. Body cuts and curves are marvelous, and they definitely will leave all of your side thoughts behind. The bike's is 1,999 mm in length, 765 mm in width, 1,114 mm in height, and the bike weighs 165 kg, curb weight. The ground clearance of the fastest Pulsar is 157 mm and the fuel tank capacity stands at 13 liters. With the introduction of Yamaha YZF-R15 in 2008, Indian motorcycle market got a new performance definition and benchmark, which every company wished to have. YZF-R15 belongs to the Yamaha R1 bloodline and is totally focused towards high-quality performance. The first generation of YZF-R15 was called as the R15 V1.0 and from its front, it is very difficult to judge whether it's a V1.0 or a V2.0. The first generation was a hero of its time. No Indian motorcycle had that iconic fully faired race design at that time, and this made it a very popular offering in a small period of time. The side profile of the V1.0 was the best at that time and the performance was unmatched. It was powered by a 149.8 cc engine, producing 16.8 bhp at 8,500 revolutions per minute and 15 Nm at 7,500 revolutions per minute. The engine has always remained a fuel-injected liquid-cooled one, with 6-speed manual transmission attached to it. Bajaj Auto has launched its 220cc performance motorcycle in the country, few years back. Named as Bajaj Pulsar 220F, is the fastest Indian bike claimed by the company in this segment. It is the first performance-focused bike that features a powerful dual-projector headlights. The bike has gained a huge amount of fame due to its super sporty body design and agile handling. Powering the bike is a 220cc, oil-cooled, 4-stroke, DTSI, oil-cooled, single-cylinder engine that comes mated to a 5-speed gearbox. The mill uses a wet multiplate-type clutch for power transmission and uninterrupted power delivery. Talking about its looks, the machine comes with an elegant semi-fairing that is both good-looking and aerodynamic. At the front, the bike has dual projector headlights and the twin rear-view mirrors are mounted on the visor. The clear lens turn blinkers are fitted on the front fairing. It features a part digital part analog instrument console. The clip-on handlebar sports a pass switch, electric start, engine kill switch and self-canceling indicators. It has also been fitted with keen design muscular fuel tank that offer an upright riding position. The Honda Revist event surprisingly brought us a new member in the Indian Automobile Society, tough enough to play hard with the existing competitors. Named as the Honda CB Hornet 160R, the bike is something which Honda never had purely tried in the past. Premium feel would surround the newcomer as it is not made like every other commuter in the market or by Honda itself. The lack of a naked bike with pure street bike feel can be fulfilled by the muscular and tough-looking body design. Lean bikes have always been Honda's way of biking, but the changing market scenario forced them to bring a popular non-Indian bike series named the Hornet under an economical engine size for the country. The Apache RTR 204 volts is the new flagship model in TVS lineup. A big step up from the Apache RTR 180, this model has undergone a major cosmetic and technological revamp to give it a new lease of life. The Apache RTR 204 volts gets a completely refreshed styling, though it does look like an evolution of the smaller Apache RTR range. The fuel tank extensions, raised tail section and the edgy front fascia give the motorcycle the quintessentially aggressive look of a street fighter. The muffler gets a very interesting double-barrel design, which not only gives the bike a loud exhaust note, but also improves the emission figures of the bike. The clip-on handlebars and the foot peg position are optimized to offer a racy seating position. Yamaha FZ16 can be credited for re-establishing Yamaha in India. Ever since its launch, this 150cc bike is one of the most popular bikes in its segment. Standing head and shoulders above the bikes in 150cc segment, FZ16 has revolutionized the biking scene in India in a short span of its launch. It has bagged the prestigious Bike of the Year award from ADV, Autocar, Zig Wheels and Business Standard Motoring and Viewers' Choice Award at ADV and Autocar India Awards 2009. It is the best-looking bike in its segment, and now along with the new FZ, the company has also launched the upgraded model of FZS, known as Yamaha FZS version 2.05. It is powered by a 149cc engine which develops maximum power of 12.9 bhp and maximum torque of 12.8 Nm. The company has introduced Blue Core technology to improve the mileage of the bike, plus they have introduced new shades for both FZ and FZS. The Honda CB Unicorn has went on making its huge reputation since last 10 years as a simple and reliable 150cc commuter, which offers the performance of a 150cc motorcycle in a gentle package. It carries all the Honda genes of being a frugal and refined motorcycle, yet performing on par with other 150cc contenders. This was the same motorcycle with which Honda made its foray into the motorcycling arena along with CB Shine, while treading on its own path while simultaneously operating with the then Hero Honda, now Hero Motocorp. The motorcycle has timely undergone many upgrades which maintain its freshness as a viable choice in 150cc segment.